It's a delightful story complete with never-before-seen home movies of a little girl who grew up in front of America's eyes. It's today's Inside Story. Leonard Maltin with Shirley Temple Black. Leonard.
Well, Mary, Shirley Temple wasn't just a child star. She wasn't just the most popular child star in movie history. She was a genuine worldwide phenomenon. And now she's written her autobiography titled Child Star to explore that phenomenon herself.
The cherubim were so far, they rolled right down and cried. The curtain started waving for me to come inside.
This is Shirley Temple, as most of us remember her. But how does she remember those years of child stardom? Her new book reveals that she has a vivid memory, and these fascinating home movies taken by her mother supplement those memories.
On the good ship, lollipop, it's a sweet trip to a candy shop where bonbons play on the sunny beach of Peppermint Bay.
These pictures were taken on location for Shirley's enormously popular movie Heidi in 1937, with Los Angeles substituting for Switzerland. And Shirley's own memories of the filming reveal a unique child's eye perspective, especially of the actor who played her grandfather, Gene Herschel.
I remember hearing you say the thing you remembered most about Gene Herschel from Heidi was the smell
glue.
Of glue on his beard.
Yeah, well, he had this big beard glued on every morning, and I thought it was kind of an interesting smell. I guess I was an early glue sniffer. But never tried it again.
Films like Heidi earned young Shirley a fortune, but due largely to her father's mismanagement, that fortune was dissipated.
What I had earned was about $3,400,000, and what I actually had was $44,000 in the trust fund. That was all. And I said, well, that's where is it? And my mother said, where is it? And there was a marvelous vision I have of all this money, my mother said, was being protected in vaults under New York City. We got to find those vaults, Leonard. I'll help you. But anyway, the money was gone. And I've never had any anger about it. It's just something that happened.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Come on. There, you catch on quick.
Her favorite co-star, bar none, was the great Bill Bojangles Robinson.
He was probably the best teacher I had, dancing teacher.
What impressed you most about him?
He treated me as an equal, and that was very important. Anyone who talked down to me, or talked baby talk, or treated me as a child, I wasn't as interested in as someone who was just like you, and we are, sitting here talking.
Shirley Temple Black developed other important relationships in her adult life when she became the U.S. ambassador to Ghana and held other government posts which brought her into contact with many of the world's leaders.
And you've known Ronald Reagan now in two different phases of his life.
Yes. We made a movie which was probably one of the worst movies either one of us ever made, but it was called That Hagen Girl, and I married him in that movie. The end of it, we're going off on our honeymoon. He was one of the best kissers in the films I made.
That's a distinction that few presidents would have somebody be able to testify about.
That's true. Yeah.
It really does seem as if Shirley Temple Black has led two separate lives. So how does she feel about the child she refers to as Little Shirley?
She's my best friend. We're just good buddies. She opens doors for me, still, around the world, in the world of diplomacy that I work in now. And if I can't produce something, then the door will close. But Shirley Temple opens the door for Shirley Temple Black.
Isn't that something, though? She hasn't made a movie in nearly 40 years. She is still one of the most famous people in the world, as the clamor over her new book will certainly testify. And I might add, she's also a very interesting woman. I'll have more of my interview with Shirley Temple Black this weekend on Entertainment This Week.
Thanks, Leonard. There's an only in Hollywood footnote to this story. Shirley Temple Black has been named Grand Marshal of the 100th Tournament of Roses Parade this New Year's in Pasadena. And at the age of 10, she was Grand Marshal of the 50th Rose Parade in 1939. Tomorrow,